Good morning, YouTube community. Uh, all my followers, whether you're subscribers or not. Um, I really didn't mull over this situation very long. It didn't take very long to decide what I'm going to be doing here. I've got friends that I actually contact away from YouTube that have no idea that this channel is going away, but it's going to go away. Um, I um, decided that it's got to go due to the fact that YouTube can't decide um, to whether it's going to wind its ass or scratch its watch, and it's a sad state. Um, I've always over the last week and a half, I've put all of mine as adult content, and with the recognition or of knowing that there's a chance I may slip and say E or D or OF or whatever, I may slip and say a word, and that's my total reason for always putting it as an adult content. If you've watched any of my videos, they're meant to be funny. A lot of times, they're meant to be, and most of them are just meant to be straight on, just board gaming. And I look at it different from a few people. What's going on, Al Red Sox fan, Captain Carl? Um, I look at it different from a few guys. I actually would love the younger community to be watching this, um, due to the fact that they can get away from a video game long enough to do something like this. I think there is a place for the younger community to stand up and be like, okay, guess what? I don't have to have a Xbox, a PS5, 4, whatever, and I can sit down and play a game where my parents and their friends are sitting in another room and they have no idea I'm there, except they may hear a few dice roll here or there. And I take great pride when I get a message sent to me saying, well, I enjoy doing this, or even when I have younger folks come into my community and saying, I love watching your channel, Rob. Well, look what they could be doing, folks. They could be out here on the streets doing something else. They're watching me. So either they don't know what's going on, or either they know better than anybody else what's going on. Think about it that way. Maybe they're a little more grown up than we give them credit for. But I mean, you know, to cut off another means of communication is not the answer. It's really not. It's not the answer that we need to see. It's not what the kids need to see. Um, I don't have the answers myself. I just watch Apple Brian's channel, and for fear of being sued out of house and home, I got to give this up. You know, I enjoy doing it. I go fishing, right? I go fishing, and but you know, I can hold my hand up high right here and swear to you, I have never been flagged by YouTube ever, ever. And I've got roughly 400 videos, and that's why I say I've got to start removing them. 400 videos is a lot. 400 videos. I mean, you think about it. I only started. I only had my YouTube channel since January 13th or January 15th. 300. That pretty much tells you some days I did 2 and 3 because I don't do them every day. Um, I don't have OBS yet now, but I do have Twitch. I do have Twitch, and that's sad. And you know what, YouTube? If you see this, I hope you do. I hope you do watch it for a couple of minutes and realize there are alternatives possibly for me and a lot of other folks to do something else. But this is such an easy, resourceful way of doing things. I can flip my computer on. I don't have. I've always just been me and my camera, and that's it. I didn't. I've never used OBS for my for my YouTube. Never had to. But if and I'll be the first to admit the full reason I always marked adult content was because my wife knows my mouth and I know my mouth, and I can slip once in a while, and I do slip once in a while, and I apologize for that. But nothing, not a video from day one till now, has ever had anything that should be quote unquote offensive to the point to where, oh yeah, I don't want you watching him race the red, white, and blue racing. I don't want you to watch that boxing that's he's rolling dice. Yeah, I don't want you to watch that wrestling. I've never let you watch wrestling in your life. Come on. I mean, I've got all sorts of videos from riding my lawnmower around my yard to cooking a pizza or doing a pizza review or just like I say, simply standing out in the middle of nowhere and fishing, and actually see me catch a fish, and nothing's been flagged. That's the sad part about it. Not one video I ever posted was ever flagged, and for fear, and vagueness has a big part of it. When you writing rules and when you're making rules, you need to really come out with laws that are a little more black and white. That gray area can be a bitch. That gray area, when you've got the select few that are just troublemakers, and then you got this much, and then you got the people over here that are looking for nothing for the best, and then you got that big gray area right there. That leaves too much for interpretation right there, where I may have slipped a word, somebody may have walked behind me, or you may have seen something on my TV. You may have seen a video or something, which I always have my TV turned down, but now what could it be? Yeah, you just leave everything into question. Well, I better not show him eating because it may offend the Weight Watchers of the world. And, that's our sad society today. That's the sad part of it. You do realize PC is one thing. Being PC is one thing, but carrying it to the point that if I sit here and drink something that I got a number 56 on there, and 56 on the 56th day of whatever, something happened wrong. And they're going to look back and say, well, look what Rob just did. That was very offensive. See, we've gotten to the point now, everybody's offended by it. It doesn't matter what, So, you're going to offend somebody. I don't care what you're doing. Well, I don't like that Atlantic City hat, so I'm offended by it. Well, good for you. I'm like this, and I'm of the old saying that if it doesn't have ill will or ill intended, even if it's somebody or even somebody said something is not right, if it's not said with ill intent or ill will, You kind of let it blow by. You know, just come on. We are too butthurt by everything said out here nowadays, and it's sad. It really is. It's a sad state because guess what? This is what's happening in the world, and this is a problem. I don't have any kids myself, but a lot of the people that's got kids, they got a key to their house, and they've got the codes to the TV, and they can watch whatever they want to watch. They can go out and do whatever they want to do, and then they come home, and guess what? When they find out something that they shouldn't do, or they get in trouble, and the parent actually has to get off their butt and go to school because their kid got in trouble, well, guess what? We're going to blame the television, or we're going to blame YouTube because guess what? You're just not teaching my kid the right stuff, or you're going to go put it on a teacher. You know, when it all starts at home, folks. It all starts at home, and I got my tail lit up more times than one when I was a kid when I was doing wrong. And when a lot of people say, "Well, you're gonna hate." No, 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 no. If you realize you did wrong and you're treated as such, and then when you're grown up, you're not gonna look at your parents and be like, "I don't want no more to do with you because the way you treated me when I was a kid." Really? Turn it back 100 years, folks. Turn back the clock 100 years. And I'm simply talking about how each family was raised. If you weren't in it right, you were in it wrong, and you knew what the heck was going to happen to you. And I mean, it was just part of living. But nowadays, with everybody, if you can't blaze that trail right there that's exactly 2 inches wide and 2 inches high, if you can't stay exactly on that trail, something's going to get done about it. If you don't follow right along that trail, we don't like it, and it's not going to be good. And then, I'm not making money for YouTube because I've only got 125 people watching. Okay, 125 subscribers. So you can better believe I'm one of them that better watch his back and better watch his butt. Oh, I got 130 now. I got 130. I better watch my butt because guess what? I'm not making money for YouTube. But I'm not making money myself. I never monetized this channel, not one time. I never, and I'm not able to monetize, but I wasn't even looking to. My videos have been few and far between the last few weeks. I've been feeling bad. Just hadn't been feeling great. That's just the way it works. And then now, I turned on the computer today, thinking, well, I might put something up. I'm doing a lot better now, but yeah, I might put something up, and then I see this, and it's just like boom. It's like dynamite in the living room. It's sad. It really is a sad state because there are people that I stay in contact with. A lot of times after my video is done, I'll stay here and live chat for 30 minutes. And my wife will, she'll confess to it. She'll say, "Rob, can you ever shut up?" She'll admit to it too. And that's the thing. A lot of times after I finish my games, I'm like, okay, let's see who's live here. Let me talk, and let's hype up everybody's upcoming events, and yeah, you're right. And I don't know where it's going to end. That's the sad part. We're in. All you got to do is roll the clock back. I was born in 1967. I am 52 years old. From the time 67 to 85, look at all the changes in the world. We had President Reagan. He was going through a lot. run it up to 2000, run it up to 2015. All right. There's a lot of change that's been going on in this world in the last 30 years. 30 years from now, I'm going to be in my 80s. Do I even want to be in this country? And that's sad. The world's a big world. Do I even want to be in the United States of America 30 years from now? That's that. What's any sadder than that? You know, I abide by the rules of the United States. I don't go too fast on the highways, and I abide by all of the laws and the byways and everything said to me to do. But when does it go? When do you go too far? And when does it become? Well, guess what? You must do what we tell you to do on a daily basis. Sounds a lot like socialism, folks. It really does. How far can they push before somebody either pushes back or you either just say to hell with it and just do something different? And I'm serious. I'm totally serious when I say this. I've always lived in the United States in my whole life. I've never been outside the United States my whole life. But at some point, it may come to the point where I'm like, can it get any worse? Could it be any worse somewhere else? You know, it's sad. It really is. I really thought I was going to tear up over it because really look at look at all the stuff that everybody here in this in this community had happened over the last 10, 11 months just since I've been here, and it's like I've got 150 videos of playing the 2018 Red Sox. I guess they going, and I don't know. I mean, really, because on a day when I don't feel like doing nothing, don't watch TV or nothing, I might flip it onto YouTube and be like, okay, I don't know what happened on game 130. I've got all the paperwork in there, but all right, I just want to see what happened on game 130, at 115, or 58, whatever. Or, I've went back to my fishing ones. I've got to admit to that. Nothing excites me more than when I'm catching a fish. And I know exactly in my video when I'm catching them, so I want to turn it back a little bit and I'll watch watch me fishing a little bit. And every video I've got, I'll say, what's the harm? But, I'm married. I'm not a single man. If I was a single man, I might would keep going. I would be like, the hell with you. What are you going to do to me? But I'm not. I'm a married man. We've got some stuff, not a whole lot. I mean, I've never been a big look at what I've got type of person, but I don't want it taken from me, what we got. And, when it's, well, we interpret this as, that right there is enough for me right there. We interpret this as, I probably wouldn't get in any trouble if I kept doing the way I do. But I realize the December the 10th is only 20 some days away, 22 days away. And I've got 300 or 400 videos up. I know I do. Because I roll through them sometimes and I count them. I'm like, oh my God, And I look back in January After about 6 days, I got my first subscriber, and I went to my wife and I was like, "You better believe it. I got one subscriber." And then the next thing you know, I got 15. And next thing you know, I got 50. And then when I had 100, I just flipped out. And it looks like it's been more and more lately. I don't know whether YouTube kind of puts it a little more to the front the more you get. I don't know how that works, but it looks like I've had more people visiting my channel lately. And I, you know, I like you say, I don't know the rules to Twitch, and I'm gonna have to read up on that too, because I'm not going to, subject myself and my family to any possible lawsuits. And lawsuits nowadays, everybody talks about frivolous lawsuits, but guess what? There's those ones that slide back through the cracks, and so next thing you know, this person just won $150 million from whatever. It's almost like, you know, it's crazy. It's almost like you hit the lottery, because you never thought that would happen. But with a good enough with a good enough lawyer, and whatever happens, I don't ever count out anybody in a lawsuit. I mean, all you have to do is remember 1994 and the white Bronco, and remember that lawsuit, and remember how that came out. And I mean, you got people now. You got people. I don't care, white, black, Latino, whatever, laugh about it because they realize what's going on. I mean, it didn't even take a blind man to realize that situation. But if that can happen in a court of law, anything can happen in a court of law. So, I mean, they can pick up one of these videos of mine, even when I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, McDonald's hot coffee. That's right. Yep. Yep. I was not responsible because I had taken too many meds that day. I've heard that one before too, but they were prescribed. But then most all of the bottles on the prescription says, "Do not operate cars or heavy machinery," and slips through the cracks. No, not guilty, not guilty. You're not responsible. Um, you know, children in the summertime in the back seat of a car, 120 degrees outside, 125 inside a car. I forgot he or she was in there. Really? Really? And they get by with it. I mean, I just don't know where you slice it. I don't know where you cut it to where you make it fair and just and unfair, but it is. It's unbelievable because as soon as I post a video up and somebody needs money, or you know, he's realized he's been talking to my 15-year-old son for the last 3 weeks about a boxing match. All right. And I've stated on there, yeah, I think your son could probably be better off, watching this than doing something else, including playing video games. You won't see any blood on here, and hopefully you won't see anybody passing out or anything. Okay, you see me. Although you have seen me when I didn't feel well, and I cut the video off real quick. But it's just, I mean, the lines are getting drawn fast, folks, and everybody needs to take a big deep breath and be like, okay, if this is our world in today, and Lord have mercy, I do not want to make anything political, but if this is what we're living in today, another year or two from now, a new president, different president, or the same president, whatever. What are we in for? Man, oh man, that's a job I wouldn't want. That's a job I would not want. But it's you know you've got so many groups out there. Yeah, yeah. I'm in Discord. I'm in Discord right now. I'm still got there. Um, One of my best friends in the channel has no idea that I'm up in here right now. Alan Shaw. Um, I saw to it that Alan got Soccer Blast. I sent it over his way a couple weeks ago, and he's just got it. He was just getting ready to do a YouTube Friends of the Channel. Everybody. He's even got Keith Avalon, a number and a position. I he's going through all this, and if he I got to stay in touch with him because and but and I tell you what, this one in here, my wife, and her name's Darlene. She is just fabulous, and she and Alan's wife have been in contact with each other. Um, she's been in contact with them, and we figured out a package we wanted to send them, and that's where he ended up getting some of the teams from. I just kind of slid them inside the thing there. I told him ahead of time I was going to send them to him. So because you can't get PDFs of play.com games and send it over. He doesn't want to send it overseas, so he sent it here and then got it sent his way. So Alan's channel, I don't. He may keep going. I don't know. Is anybody here that's going to keep going? I mean, is anybody that's like brave enough to say the heck with it? And guess what? I'm going to. I hadn't heard from ID Jester. I know if there's anybody that's ever wanted to kind of buck his system, it's ID. He and not maybe not buck his system as much as just living by a beat of a different drum. That's a better way to say it. That's a nice way to say it, right? But ID is one that doesn't look like he gets shied away very easily. But the last thing I want to see is anybody that stays in this community, with some type of cloud over their head, and even uh, okay, Tribe fan, I'm gonna be watching your videos. I'm not. I'm gonna get rid and this is what I'm doing right now. Knowing that I got 300 videos out there, I'm just gonna start from the very beginning, and I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start uh, deleting them. Delete, 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 delete. But and work my way closer to this time. Um, I can do all my videos not live, but I don't know that that's going to make a difference if I don't stream live. I don't know whether it makes a difference or not. And then on top of that, afterwards you still got to mark for kids or not for kids. You can put in private so you can still enjoy it. Oh, really? If I put them in private, can anybody else see them, Al? Nobody else can see them. All right. Well, you know, you know. But we do realize we live in an age 2019 where if anybody ever was able to balk his system or jump his system into, oh well, you know what? Somebody actually got into his private videos. If there ever was a time for it. Oh, okay, yeah, because There's so many mishaps to the system, and a lot of them could be inside, a lot of them may be outside sources. Who knows? I had come to the conclusion I was going to do some 2018 minor league teams, post them up on History Maker. I still may try to do that. I am not a card whiz. I can work out numbers. Numbers are no problem. But as far as forming a card, making a card up and all that, I would not be good at that. So I may, try to get in touch with Keith about that. I have watched a few items on Twitch in the past. If if anybody does a video in the next week, 10 days, and can kind of direct the community as to, well, this is what you're going to have to abide by if you go to Twitch. Okay. This is this is the rules you're going to have to abide by. Help us out. Definitely. I've been to Twitch a few times. A few years ago, I was big into iRacing. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that or not. Was actually going to get into that. Then I started watching some board gaming, and I was like, you know what? Number one, it's probably better for me, probably better for my eyes, probably better financially, and I've been at peace, but with myself, I really have. I enjoy doing this. Nothing, nothing gives me a greater feeling other than being my family being safe, my wife, being with me here every day. Nothing gives me a greater feeling than when I finished that last game of the World Series and I had 173 games. I think it was 173 completed, and I was like, but it's just a great feeling, especially when I got people that's watching. It's like, you know what? They're gonna sit by me for 9 innings, whether I bore the hell out of them or not, or what. Have a good one, Al. Thanks for sliding by. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, God bless you too. Yeah. Well, we're gonna find some kind of way around some here before it's over with. I don't know exactly how, but we're gonna try to anyway. But yeah, when some people find out solutions, Captain Carl, 68th season of History Maker, I've sent some of their cards and. Yeah, you can actually. I think you can get in touch with Keith. He has a create a card. He has a create a card. Bless you. Instruction kit. Have you got that, Captain Carl? Because I know somebody that's got to create a card, Soccer Blast, and it tells you like whatever qualities, exact numbers you. Oh, okay. I don't have that, but that's going to be something. If I create my own card set, if I'm off a little bit, human error, roll with it. I'm not going to worry about that too much, but it'll be a creation anyway. And 68 season should be pretty interesting. Was that Bench's second year? I think it's Johnny Bench's second year. Should be pretty good. Pete Rose is like fourth year, I guess, third or fourth year. Yeah, it's third year, I guess. Pete started 66 or 67. So it's his second or third year. So that should be good. You guys, it's I'm not even going to say goodbye because I feel like somewhere along the way you're going to see my ugly ass mug somewhere up on a screen on your computer. I don't know how and when and why. But I feel like somewhere along the way you're gonna see it. I don't know how by any stretch. Uh, it'll be interesting to see if Keith keeps his channel up. Think about that. He's got his play.com video. Play, and all that, but is it for kids? Is it not for kids? Wow. This could really, I mean, a lot of people like just going on and watching music videos, watching this and that. This is big. So I'm gonna get to work on this, I guess. For now, I may make them private, but I got to find out if I'm legally liable. Oh, okay, cool. Um, have you got that in like sheet form in sheets in order to how to make your cards, Captain Carl? Um, but it's I'm gonna find out if I'm protected legally, and I want verification not from one but two or three people inside of YouTube. That if I put this stuff private, where I can sit there and watch it all day long, that somebody can't come to me a year from now and say, "Look, well, Rob, appreciate it. All right, that sounds good. You got my email address? Um, I can post it up there real quick. Um, I and that's one of the reasons I'm coming on here so quick now. Apple Brian scared the hell out of me when he was, you know, and that's what you need to be. Yeah, I mean, when somebody's talking lawsuit, tens of thousands of dollars per video, and you got enough videos that you could, you know, start a schoolhouse with them. And be more videos than kids in the schoolhouse. You better probably take take some serious consideration and thought to as to what was said. And I watched this video from front beginning to end, and you could tell he was sad and he was pissed a little bit. I think. I mean, he may not tell you that, but he looked like it. So, you know, um, all right, Tribe fan, have a good one. Yeah, and yeah, just make sure you got plenty of admins in your live chat too. I think that probably will help. Make sure nobody's falling out of line, and that's the thing. I've got some admins. Has always helped. Um, but I'm just hoping that you know I'm hoping for everybody in the community that you get to do what you want to do, and nobody steps on your toes. And Lord knows, I hope you don't step on somebody else's toes where you're going to end up feeling it later. Uh, Give it some serious thought. I'm not one to tell anybody what to do, but I just well, that's fine. Anytime, my friend. No hurry at all. Um, I'm just of it. I'm just of it thinking that if people worried more about other things going on in this world than us showing sports games or uh, watching a pizza review. I've got to where I like to watch Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews. I like to watch a lot of old. Uh, I like to watch a lot of fishing on there. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I like to watch a lot of old board games and stuff getting played. I watch a lot of stuff, and it's like it's almost like somebody's ripping the carpet out from under our feet today. It really it's a sad day. So I'll end it with whoever stays. If you're deciding to stay, uh, let us know and keep enough admins, keep enough administrators in your live chat. You need people that way. If somebody comes in there with a word out of place, you get rid of them quick. You get rid of them. You can't afford to have any problems right now. You really can't. And you know, God bless everybody out there. Whether you're going to stay, whether you're going to go, I'm going to try to follow the community as far as I can follow you. Um, you got my email address. You got me on Discord. Um, you can get a message over to me. I'm not hard to find. A lot of you even have my mailing address where you can send me a letter. Well, snail mail. That's better than nothing. And if you find out something new that's going on, let me know. Uh, I'm open to it. Um, and I just want to find out the rules. Want to make sure there's not going to be in any trouble if I do this. Uh, and I got you, Arnold. I got you. Yeah, Arnold and I we've sent stuff to each other before too in the mail. A lot of you guys, Don Heston. There's a lot of you. Um, and then Keith, he sent me a bunch of stuff, and you know, wrestling man himself, uh, Dave, he sent me a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think I may keep my YouTube account for now. I'm probably going to do away with most of my videos, and then obviously, if they're saying, well, you've got 130 subscribers, but you have zero videos, if you don't do something, we're going to do something about it. Then I'll probably, yeah, yeah, I got you. I just, I'm taking it serious. I'm gonna take it as a serious notice when they, you know, probably, like you say, probably, I've done a lot of probablys in my life, right? But you know, it's probably my grass will grow, or I probably got enough gas in my lawnmower to mow my whole yard. But it's not a probably where if something didn't happen the way I wanted it to, it wouldn't affect me and my whole family. This does. And when you start talking about not only me, but people around me, you're going to start affecting everybody because of a video I post. No, that's when we went too far. We went far enough. Atma Brian's absolutely right. I mean, you know, we just don't know where they're going to draw the line, and it's scary. It's scary when so much is gray, not enough black and white. Yes, black and white, no, and a lot of gray area. Maybe that maybe can burn a new hole in you. So I'm not going to test it. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching my videos. You don't know how much I appreciate it. If you want to catch any more of my baseball or anything like that, try, especially my later videos, later or latter videos. That's another good term from my one of my fishing videos. Catch them pretty soon because I'm going to start at number one and work my way up and probably start either privatizing them or or getting rid of them altogether. Arnold, thanks so much for keeping up watching my channel. Captain Carl 8, Tribe Fan 879, Al Red Sox fan. There's some, yeah, it's all came in right now. Um, um, YouTube is putting the shenanigans on some people there, Chris. They have if you put things that are made for adult content and they decide it's not adult content, they can fine you. And then if you put it as for kids and it's something that may not be exactly for kids, they can fine you. So pretty much the friends of the network, friends of the channel are ceasing. We're all talking about maybe going to Twitch before it's over with. I don't know about what I've got to do in order to do that. Al Red Sox fan, um, a lot of us, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm deleting all my everything I've done. Yeah, I'm deleting it all. At by Brian, if you really want to get more in depth and precise, go to his last video. He's going to keep it up for a few days. APBA, APBA Brian, BRIAN. Go to his video, watch it from beginning to the end, and it's sad, and it really is sad because he's getting rid of all his content, which is 70 videos. Mine's 300 to 400 videos I've got to get rid of. So, because they're going back to every video you've made in YouTube, and you've got to either say whether they're adult content or child content. Now, and if you're wrong on them and they find out about it, he said $42,300 per video. Per video. He's got right now, if all 70 of his were against violations, that's $2.8 million. I'm married. If I wasn't married and I wasn't, and I still, it's if, because if it's not, you've got to mark them right now, whether they're for adults or whether they're for children. Certain things, look at our board gaming. I've been putting it as adult content. Right. But, yes, correct. That is correct. But, ID Jester, let me also tell you something. After they watch your videos, no, but that is, if they see that the content, if they see that the content is gaming or something, I don't know exactly how it works. He was telling me, he read the rules off to me. He read them verbatim to me and said, if you got something, a TV in the background that shows Disney or something, that could be considered for children. I'm serious. He got into it big time. I mean, it almost sounds like he's a lawyer. You need to watch his video. You need to watch his channel. You really do. You should watch his channel. A lot of us, if I'm going to do anything now, I'll go to I'll go to the other one. What's it called? Twitch. So and yeah, because they left. It's adult content here, child content here, and in this big gray area where they even admit if they recognize it as such or decide it is such, then it will be flagged. Now I've stated that I have not got one flag anywhere. Not since I started my 300 or 400 videos. I've never been flagged one time, ever. But, all right, can I say that I won't ever have a kid walk behind me? Can I say that I won't have my video set up showing my TV back there and it's got, I don't know, Santa Claus is coming to town? I mean, I can't promise that. I can't even say that I've been on some of my channels and not seen something like that. I can promise you it wouldn't be anything dirty on my TV unless I had it on like a Showtime or HBO, which I don't normally do that, but I can't promise that either. Because I've said here before when I was watching some stuff on Showtime, and you know, where do they draw the line? Where do they decide this is fine and this is not fine? And one hit or one fine would burn me. $42,300, 42,360, I think he said. You know, it's just not worth it to me. If it was just me, it wouldn't be a problem. But I got my family to think about. And I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. You know, I love doing my videos. And you know, I just, I've got to either find a new way to do it or either just decide that, okay, doing it in the privacy of my own home is going to have to be good enough. Unless, you know, unless I get people and get some of my friends to actually come here and be like, take part in it. But, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. You know, you know, you guys, we've argued and fussed and, you know, celebrated and every word, you know, every adjective you can think of, I guess, picked on each other, uh, all the way across. What's going on, Roger? What's going on? And we've done it all, and you know, just to think that they can decide how things are going to go just like that for you, you know. But uh, maybe YouTube thinks about it once, you know, 70,000, 170 or 80,000 people decide to, maybe they'll decide. They all have to, even if you don't go live though, you still have to judge whether it's adult content or child content, even after you've done, even if they're not live. So, you know, that's my, you know, that it's not so much a live part that gets me. It's more that they can decide what my video is all. It's for kids or not for kids, and it's really my videos. I would like to say that somebody 3 years old to 103 could sit here and watch it and wouldn't get offended by it. You know, and I know I like some of the baseball games, some of the board games I watch on here, even when I was a teenager or a younger teenager, and you know, I was some of the pre video game era. That was me, where you either had to have a board game in front of you, or either you had to have uh, little army men and a pellet gun or BB gun, go out and shoot them. You know, play around in the dirt or whatever. But I was more the type that I like to play my Status Pro uh, basketball. I had Title Bout one originally, the old original Avalon Hill one. I had, you know, I had a few of those things, and I enjoyed playing them. And then just kind of opened my eyes back up to it this year, and I've been away from them for 35 years. So, you know, we just have to kind of play the cards that are dealt to us, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to like I say, I'm gonna start at least privatizing my channel where you can't watch it anymore except for me, or either deleting them. One of the two. It's something I got to do, one of the two. But it's yeah, yeah. Captain Carl and I, we both know that when we were kids, if we didn't have electric in the house, that didn't stop us from playing a lot of the games. If you either had a battery operated or spinner or dice or whatever, I'm sure we all made up games when we were growing up. And then now they're just more, they're more revolutionized, and somebody's giving more serious time as to what the game rules are, and they're fun to play, and just they're even more fun when you can share them with somebody. So um, don't count me out yet. Okay, just count me maybe on the sidelines of YouTube right now, not considered out of the game yet. Or if I'm out of this game, I'm not out of the whole 7 game series. And we'll see what's going to happen. And stay tuned. You may find out. You may see my ugly ass mug faster than you want to, if you just kind of hang tight. And who knows? First video I come back with, maybe I might come out all guns blasting with red, white, and blue. Who knows? Who knows what I might do? I might come out with a game I ain't played in a long time. All you guys out there, thanks so much, guys and girls. Bobby Catalano, I haven't forgot about you too. I know you're not watching my channel right now, but I know some of the ladies watch the channel. But all the guys that watch it from day one, from like I say, from January 14th or whatever day it was, I started 13th or 14th to now to have 130 subscribers. It just it's unbelievable to me, and I thank everybody for that. And like I say, I told some people earlier, if you're going to check any of my content out, you better do it ASAP, because I'm going to be erasing them. I'm going to be getting rid of them very, very soon. It's just it's a sad day, and a lot of people. I'm going to actually try to contact YouTube and tell them that I'm actually going to, privatize my channel or either delete them all the way. And I want to see what they say. And maybe if anybody else does it too, try to contact them. And let's see if they realize what they're doing to themselves. Because if they lose 1/10 of their, people that are promoting the channel, that's a lot. 1 out of 10, and it could be more than that. But I wasn't monetized, and I wasn't making them that much money, except for when they was watching. People, you guys would catch the commercials on it, but I was not monetized. I never made 1 red cent off of YouTube, and I really wasn't looking for it. If I'd have made over 1,000 people, I might well have said, we might have a super chat day or something like that. But I never did it. Never got that far. So I'm just a sad day, and I hope you guys just be smart. Just be smart. If you're going to post something, make sure you cover your ass. And if you're not going to post anything, just be careful what you do watch on YouTube. Just make sure it's not something you get in trouble for. Thanks so much for watching my channels, watching my videos. You may see me pop up in Twitch. Everybody's talking to Twitch channel, so you may see me there. If so, I'll be watching out for you. Don't forget my name. My name's pretty easy to remember. Rob ! As Mr. ID Jester used to say. I always just used to tell people the only reason I didn't have ROB was because somebody already had it. So I had to have something different. ! Was easy for me to remember. Wasn't meant to be like Rob. No, nothing like that. It was just meant for me to be easily recognized and for me to easily remember it. So that was the only reason behind that name. So you folks have a great rest of your day. Give it a lot of serious thought as to what you're going to do as far as YouTube. I have given it a lot in a quick amount of time, but in that short amount of time, it didn't take me very long to realize what I'm going to do. God bless you all. Thanks so much for watching my channels, watching my videos, whether it was fishing, gaming, whatever. I made a 5-minute video, an hour video, so I'm pretty good at running my mouth. And I hope to see you all again. If you've got my email address, you got my wherever, you can contact me anytime you want to. Um, if you see, Discord, I'm on Discord. So if you're on the Friends of the Channel Discord, you can always talk to me there. You folks, this is the toughest one I'm going to have to say. Adios so much. And thanks so much for watching my channel. And until I see you again, bye.